What's going on YouTube? Ross's Reef bringing y'all a quick update of the Nuvo Fusion 25-gallon lagoon. Guys, this is going to be about a 6-week update of the tank, and everything is going good. So I've got quite a few new things in the tank from my last video. I did have the coral show finally come, and I was able to stock up on quite a few coral. I'm going to go over each one that I was able to purchase here in a minute. You can see my tank going a little crazy right there. I did get a new fish as well. I'll cover her in a sec. So I'm going to start off with a few of the coral that I got. So the first one is this beautiful green torch coral right here. I originally, when I knew I wanted to get a torch, and I saw one that had kind of the dark tentacles with the green tips, and then I saw this one, and I immediately loved the total green torch way better than the other one, so I was happy that I got this one. It looks really good in the tank. It seems to be liking the spot that I placed it in really well. It gets a great water movement from the random flow generators that I have, and it's hopefully going to do really good there. I did move the frog spawn, or frammer, whatever you want to call this, right here down a little bit. We'll see how it does there. Right next to it is a red Gonopora. I got this guy. This was one of the last corals I purchased. I wasn't sure if I really wanted one, but I'm happy I did. I put it on this rock right here, this little area, because hopefully it'll grow and kind of take over that little area right there. I think they have some stingers on them that can come out. I'm not too sure. Let me know, guys, if y'all know the answer to that. I did get these two plates right here, the green one and the orange one from the coral show. Both of them are really beautiful. They're supposed to be like short tentacle, but I will tell you, this green one right here, guys, is like fully extended all the time. It does not stop. I mean, you can see the tentacles on this thing right here. They're just crazy extended. The plate itself is like puffed up all the time, looking really good. It accepts food. I put little pieces of mysis shrimp. Its mouth opens up and eats. The plate coral does have some little tentacle extension on it, and it does open its mouth up. You can see it right there. Not nearly to the extent that this green plate is doing, though. Going to this coral right here, I did just pick this up today, actually. I did not get this from a frag show. I got this from my local fish store. I think it's an acro of some type. Guys, I'm horrible with the SPS coral, so help me out if you know exactly what this is. It's doing really good so far in the tank. I was able to acclimate it, drip acclimate it, and then I was able to dip it, and you know, all the polyps were closed up, but they are all extended back out now, and it's looking really, really good. Got some beautiful coloration on that, very nice green. Plan on putting that up here on the rock somewhere, maybe like right there, but gonna let it kind of, you know, chill down here for a bit to kind of get used to the tank. Going over here, we got some zoas. You can see I got some Rasta zoas right here. I got two little polyps so far. Hopefully those will grow into some nice, whole nice area right there. I plan on this whole rock right here basically being a zoa garden. Over here, guys, they were just opened up a sec ago. I did just clean my pump and everything, so I kind of rearranged the power head, or the random flow generator. So these guys are kind of getting pelted right now, and one part of this zoanthid did not get stuck down very well with the glue. I'm going to have to go in there probably with some glue and glue that down, or else it's going to break off. But those are some Green Bay Packer zoas. Let me see if I can zoom in so you can kind of get an idea of what the coloration is on them a little bit right there. But yeah, they were really opened up just like 5 minutes ago. I guess, you know, they're getting blown around, so they're kind of closing up. But going over here, we have the still the rose bubble tip. That's not new, but this little clown, he's been hosting it like crazy. He will grab frozen food when I put it in and bring it over to the bubble tip. He is extremely well paired with this thing. He stays in it pretty much the whole time unless there's food coming into the tank. You can see he just picked up that little piece. He probably ate that one, but whenever I put a chunk of food, he brings it right to the anemone and drops it in its mouth. It's really cool to watch. Did get this amazing elegance coral. It has just doubled in size since it was at the coral show. It's really huge now. I didn't expect it to be that big when I bought it, because it was literally like half that size, but it's really opened up very nice back here. It likes the low flow in this back area. You know, elegances are kind of a lagoon coral, and it seems to be doing really well back here. I had an elegance in my last tank, and it was a really nice coral. I liked it a lot. Some people say that these are hard to keep for some reason. I've never had an issue, so I mean, this has only been in my tank for a few days now, but I don't really foresee any issues. They're pretty easy to care for corals, in my opinion. They look great. They add a beautiful amount of color to it. This one has the very nice purple tips on it, as you can see. So I don't know if I'm going to keep it here. It really likes it, but I may end up moving it into this kind of cove area in the sand right here. It gets a little less flow and everything, so we'll see. Going over here, we have a Duncan Coral that I got. This thing is just massive, guys. It's absolutely huge. It is a huge head of Duncan, and it's doing really, really well. As you can see, when I first got it, it was big, but it wasn't quite as big. It's definitely opened up even more. It definitely likes the flow back here. I put mysis shrimp in it, and all the little tentacles close up and grab it. It's doing really well. Next to it, I did pick up a green bubble coral that's doing good. That also, the little tentacles come out on that really well and eat. They grab any meaty mysis food that I put in there. The pulsing zinnia right here is doing really well, guys. You can tell me if y'all think that it's grown in size since my last video. I think it's about doubled, if not tripled in size, but I want to get y'all's opinion on that. Yeah, so that's pretty much the corals that I've got in the tank right now. In terms of fish, I did also just pick up this canary blenny today. I had one in my last tank that I really, really liked, and unfortunately it jumped out the tank even when I had a lid on it. But this lid is much more secure than the last one. You can see there's like no gap anywhere on the tank, so it's really, really good. I like this new screen lid that Innovative Marine came out with a lot. I got my water level up, due to those water level razors that I have. I really like having the water level at this height. It just makes the tank look a lot sleeker and everything. That actually adds about half a gallon of water. I went and measured it. So, decent amount to have. The more water you have, the less chance of parameter swings and everything. Not to say that half a gallon's doing a lot, but hey, every little bit helps. Going to the cleanup crew, I've got quite a few snails in here, guys. I've got about 4 Astrea snails. I've got 1 big turbo snail that you can see right there. And then I've got actually 2 little turbo snails, one right there, one right there. I also did pick up an emerald crab who is probably hiding underneath this rock over here. Little small guy doing good. Got a few hermits or red legs and blue legs running around. I think I got about 4 of them in here. Do have quite a few Nassarius snails in here. I have one that's like this big, guys. No joke. He's a huge guy. Hopefully one day I'll be able to show y'all him. I call him Moby Dick. He's literally the size of my clownfish over there. Pretty big guy. But I do also have a sand-sifting starfish. He's actually right here. You can kind of see the tentacle right there and right there. Doing really good. Cleaning this sand bed right here. If y'all remember, I had quite a few diatoms right here and over here. He's going around the tank and really helped churned up the sand and everything. I like a nice white clean sand bed. I don't like really vacuuming my sand bed because it kicks up a bunch of stuff and everything, and then I don't like disturbing all the bacteria that's in there. So I really like having something that naturally goes and cleans it and doesn't stir it up too much, but just gives it a nice little churn to keep it nice and white and everything. But yeah, guys, so the equipment that I'm running, I do have the desktop. This is the Nuvo Skim DC protein skimmer. I really, really like this skimmer a lot, guys. It's definitely broken in. As you can see, I don't have like any micro bubbles in the tank. It's producing some amazing skim. I actually just emptied it out today and cleaned it, so unfortunately it's not in there. I'll have to remember to save that to show y'all, but it's doing really well. Highly recommend it. And you can see this tube. I don't know if I showed y'all this yet, but I actually got some CO2 scrubbing media from Bulk Reef Supply with their little CO2 canister that you have, and it's hooked up underneath my tank and everything, and it's doing really well. I wanted to raise my pH due to the fact that this is in my bedroom. I don't have a lot of flow, but there's the canister back there. Basically, it's just got the CO2 scrubbing media in the back, and then you can see the CO2, the hose goes out, and I actually have the air intake also coming out, and it's just pointed, let's see, right, yeah, here's the piece right here. Sorry, y'all can't really see that, it's dark. But yeah, so that's pretty much everything going on in the tank. The equipment that I'm running, I am going to be starting to dose a little bit more now. Right now I'm only dosing about 1 ml of the bionic calcium and alkalinity per day. it's kind of hard to judge how much is being actually uptaken by the coral, because I do a 2.5 gallon weekly water change on this tank, and I am using reef crystals. You know, the reef crystals have the calcium, alkalinity, and magnesium in it. So, you know, me changing the water kind of also adds some of the calcium, alkalinity back into the water. So I'm not exactly sure how much is really being used, but I'm just going to have to keep a close eye on the levels and adjust as needed. And hopefully I get some good growth out of these guys. But the reason I did get the, like I said, I wanted to raise the pH because, you know, corals calcify at a higher pH and everything. So hopefully adding that CO2 scrubber definitely helps. Before I was getting around like 8, 7.9 pH, and now I think I'm up to like 8.3, so I'm really happy with that. In the media reactor right there, I am running bulk resupply ROX8 carbon. I'm starting to use, I'm using about 2 tablespoons in this tank, and I change that out once a week. So it's going pretty good. I mean, the tank definitely is pretty clear and everything. I can't complain about the clarity. I am also dosing aqua vitro fuel. I just started that, so I can't really tell you, you know, if it's working or not, but everything seems to be doing really well in the tank, guys. So if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. I'm happy to answer them. I love hearing y'all's feedback and everything. I try to respond to y'all as fast as I can. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. If you like what you see, I'll be doing more videos weekly, bi-weekly, just as new things happen in the tank. Here's a quick shot of the starfish. He finally came out right there, guys. But yeah, this has been Ross's Reef. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. I'll see y'all later.